Sorry about that.
No worries. How did the Wildwood event go?
It went well. Like I said, we went out there, and as far as our involvement, he just pretty much mentioned, the fact that, our officers were lost in the line of duty, so forth and so on. There was another family from one of the Illinois sheriffs that was there, and some of the family of Detective Valentine was there, and he just pretty much mentioned it to them, and uh, never asked him to come up front to recognize the families, just his words about them losing their lives in line of duty. I think it lasted, what he had to say in reference to the families lasted maybe 3 minutes.
Mm.
And after that, next item on the agenda, he went to that and we left. So that was about the gist of it.
You had forecasted that's about all it would be, but appreciate you and the
That's
rest of
all. And Captain Mundell, when I spoke with him Saturday, he told me that that was just going to be the gist of how the meeting went. No proclamations, no nothing or whatever. He just wanted to mention. I think it was a last minute decision on his part to put this together, and that's how it went. So, but not going to downplay anything like that. He wanted us there. He wanted to recognize our guys. So, we were more than happy to be there.
And we appreciate that he did.
For sure, for sure. So, and then I went home, like I said, and caught up on the football game, and it just wasn't my night. Put it that way. Wasn't my son's night either. My son graduated from. Well, he didn't graduate from Alabama. He was on the national championship team at Alabama some years ago. My oldest boy.
I did not know that. Now I understand the connection. Thank you.
Yes, the '92 national championship team with head coach was Stallings, Gene Stallings. Yes, he was on that team. So, yeah, so he was disappointed also.
I bet he was.
Yes, he was disappointed also.
I understand the connection now, so thank you.
That's the connection.
I knew the Notre Dame connection. I wasn't sure about the Bama connection.
Right. That's the connection, and he is in Florida now, being trained for the draft. So he postponed his last semester at Notre Dame to prepare himself for the upcoming draft. So
Good for him. Well, wish him a lot of luck.
I wish him well. Let me close this.
He certainly has the talent. We'll wish him the luck to go with it in the draft.
I'm sorry.
He certainly has the talent, so we'll wish him the luck where he goes.
Hope he does.
Morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
How are you today? Nice to see you without a mask on.
Yes, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Good.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
Let's see if I can. There we go.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing. Amy, who's running the technology side?
Dean is running the technology this morning. I believe he's on the phone with a couple of commissioners right now, trying to get us all on. So,
All right. I thought that might be the case, hence the question, right?
yeah.
Oh, Thomasina says she's waiting for the host to let her in. Did someone have to let me in when I joined?
No, I'm thinking maybe she should have got a panelist link and that way she shouldn't have to let a host let her in. Let me see if Dean's on the phone with her or Commissioner Banks. Hold on one moment.
I know Gene said that he wasn't able to get in touch with Commissioner Hassler about this being virtual today, so it might be a possibility that she might be showing up here. I don't think she was aware of the fact that this was going to be virtual.
So Dean believes that Commissioner Hassler is probably clicked on the closed meeting link instead of the open meeting link, since there was a separate link sent for closed.
Can we have Dean reach out to her or someone reach out to
Yes,
her?
he's on the phone currently with Commissioner Banks, trying to assist him. And then he said he's going to reach out to her. But I'll also try to maybe text her and see.
Five of my daughter's classmates tested positive for COVID this weekend. And apparently they each got it not from each other, but from separate sources.
Got the word this morning that Carl Becker tested positive this morning, and Captain Melissa Webb, she tested positive, and her husband, Lieutenant Webb, he tested positive also. And we're waiting on word from Colonel Sack, because he got tested yesterday. So we don't know what his status is yet. We did have our first homicide last night up in North County, female killed last night. Yeah, we were, like I said, we're still waiting on word from Sack about his condition.
I saw Carl yesterday. He looked pretty rough. I mean, I say that respectfully. He just looked like he wasn't feeling well at all.
No, I spoke with him yesterday, and he didn't sound well either. No. Mm-mm.
Well, I hope that all of these cases are mild.
Right.
We need to be appropriately sensitive to, we're live and talking about people in medical situations.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Jennifer. Without talking about people in particular, I hope we have a contact tracing in place so we know who people who have since tested positive, where they were in the last couple of days, to see whether others might need to beware and test appropriately.
So are we public right now? People can see us? Or is it just us?
That I don't know. I assume that it's not just us. It is the entire public.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we were public. Excuse me.
Done out of a caring method, so we appreciate that. Michelle, are you a college sports fan at all?
Am I a sports fan? I enjoy baseball. Is that
Chief and I were debating who the national, the football, NCAA football championship last night, and we had different sets of emotions around it. So we just wanted to get it all. Or...
Yes, we did. He came out on top, Commissioner.
I don't have a strong feeling.
So Commissioner Ashworth, do you have some connection to Georgia or what?
So I did some growing up there, Chief, outside of Atlanta for my high school years, and my wife's family has probably 6 or 7 people who are all UGA grads. So,
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, well,
so there is
I see the connection, as you say.
I just wanted to see a good game. I didn't really care who won. I just wanted to see a good game.
It was a pretty good game.
We still have some members trying to get on. Amy, Thomasina is still trying to get on. Oh, looks like Amy's talking. Amy, you know,
Yes,
I know Thomasina is still trying multiple ways to get in. Is Dean still working with Commissioner Banks?
yes. Oh, it looks like Thomasina is on, but she's on as an attendee and not as a speaker. So, uh,
Is there someone else other than Dean that could reach out
Yes.
to?
yes, we're working on that now. Sergeant Graff's making some calls now.
Thank you. Michelle, if we can go back to the situation at the school, is the school taking precautions to adapt with that many kids testing positive?
I think so, but we've kept our kids home since the beginning of break. They haven't been at school just because my youngest can't be vaccinated, and we want to be as cautious as we can. So it seems like it. The nurses are very responsive to, oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Thomasine is calling me. I'll jump back on in a sec.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I was having so many technical difficulties on my end, apparently.
Hello, Richard.
Hey, good morning. I was having a lot of technical difficulties. I'm sure it was all user error.
I know for me it usually is.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Hey, good morning, Chief. I'm gonna go close my.
And Richard, as you're walking and closing your door, we're working to get Thomasina on right now also.
Sounds like a plan. Ah, wow, that was a workout. And this is only part of it because we go to Zoom next, correct?
We do.
Oh, Lord.
I think Thomasina just got on the phone with Dean.
Thanks for taking our call, Michelle. Appreciate you trying to help her through it.
Oh, of course, of course. Good morning,
Yeah.
Richard.
Hey, good morning. Happy New Year again.
Yes. Happy New Year.
Hey, Chief, you hear me?
Mr. Banks, I talked to Mr. Harvey the other night. He told me to tell you hello.
Oh, okay. Well, great, great, great. I was going to tell you, Chief, that they are considering canceling the in-person part of the MLK thing next Monday because of COVID. I'm waiting to get the final word on that.
Are you referring to next Monday?
Monday, right. They're saying they may cancel the in-person because it was going to be inside, and because of COVID, they're talking about canceling it. I should have something today.
Okay.
Richard, you talked about the MLK celebration. What all did you all have planned?
Well, there is both an outdoor event, which takes place at the old courthouse stairs at 9 o'clock. And that transitions into a motorcade. It used to be a march, but for the last year and this year, they're going to do a motorcade, and we'll have 2 vehicles in the motorcade. But there was supposed to be, at the end of the march, a gathering at the Shawn High School where they were going to have various speakers, and the chief had agreed to speak at that event. But the organizers texted me yesterday and said they're considering canceling that event at 11 o'clock because it was indoors due to COVID. They talked about doing it outside, but because it's too cold, I don't think people want to stay outside and listen to speakers.
I'd stay outside and listen to the chief.
Well, not the chief, but the other speakers.
I got my big coat on, I'll be okay.
So
They canceled the service. They were going to do a law enforcement day for us at Bethesda Temple Church on the 30th of this month. And last night I got the word that they canceled that because of COVID and social distancing in the church. So that would not canceled, but postponed it or a later date. Yeah.
Well, I'll know for sure. I'll talk to them again today, and we'll figure out what they're doing exactly, Chief, and what role we want to play in it, if any.
Appreciate both of your involvement in it.
It was
We
a real
twisted
nice
my arm, so I'll be there.
It was a nice event last year, even with COVID. It was a nice event, and we had a couple of cars last year, and I think Captain Mann was involved last year, C&I, and did a very nice job. So I think it's good that we have our presence there. Thomasina must be having the same problems I had.
Don't know which problems you had or what hers are. We just know they're working with her just as they did with you, and hopefully we'll get here pretty quickly.
the problem was it was populating with my current email address, but it wouldn't click on with that. So they actually had to go to my old email address. For some reason, they recognized that, which makes no sense.
Your old county email address.
Old county email address as opposed to new county email address. The new county email address would not get me signed in.
Huh. There's Thomasina.
There she is.
All right.
Thomasina, can you talk to make sure that you're not muted and we can fully ensure that you are ready to go? You may still be muted.
Okay, there you go. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Great.
All right, everybody ready to go?
The sun is in my face. Oh, well. Yes,
Wonderful. Thank you. So we'll call to order. What is it, 9:25ish? So we'll go ahead and call to order. Amy, do you mind doing a roll call, please?
Commissioner Ashworth,
Here.
Commissioner Banks,
Here.
Commissioner Hassler,
here.
and Commissioner Schwerin.
Here.
Great, thank you all. We'll double check to make sure when we leave to go to closed session and we can come back, we can do this a little more efficiently. So we'll work on that. Before we move to our motion to go to closed session, just a couple of quick things. Happy holidays to everybody. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday season, and we have one more holiday here in the next 6 days or so to celebrate the holiday season. So happy holidays all. And secondly, Chief, and to all of your department from the Board of Police Commissioners, we want to recognize January 9th and National Police Appreciation Day, National Law Enforcement Day, and certainly you and your department have to hopefully realize just how much we appreciate all that you do for our community, for our safety, for our security. So other board members may want to weigh in, but we appreciate it.
Thank you much. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, this meeting was to move into a closed session so we could talk about a few things. So may we have a motion to move into closed session, and then we'll read as to the reasons why and how.
I so move.
Second.
Second, thank you. So the Board of Police Commissioners may vote to go into closed session meeting for a discussion of employee and personnel matters, section 610, 0203 and 13 RSMO and sections 114.0203 and 13 SLCRO. May we have a motion to go into closed session?
We just did it.
Oh, sorry about that. Can we vote, please? Thank you, thank you. Can we vote, please?
Commissioner Ashworth,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Hassler,
Yes.
and Commissioner Schwerin.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So before we do this, just a technical question. Are we good on how we're going to move from this to the next meeting?
That was
Okay.
going to be my question, because I don't want to lose this one, but is the next session the Zoom one?
It is.
The Zoom link? Okay.
All
All
right.
right. We'll
Fingers
see.
crossed. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right. Thanks, Richard. See you here in closed session, everyone. Thank you.
So we just went into
Wait a second. Thanks. Okay. Okay, so I did not close, oops.
Well, we'll hope one of the two of them can make it through. Oh, here we go, Thomasina. Wait just a moment, see if we can get Richard on. And if not, we will move forward with the quorum.
Dean had to do it individually, and that's probably what he's doing with Brian.
Oh, Dean, okay.
Richard.
You know, as many times as we've been on, whether it's Zoom or WebEx or any of the virtual meeting pieces, this quiet time seems so awkward, doesn't it? You just sit here and look at each other, and because if we were in a meeting room, we wouldn't be doing it. It's an interesting time.
Right. I can catch up on my text messages.
Multitask.
Yes.
There's a funny YouTube video that is a group of people, and this was pre-Zoom, pre-pandemic, who are acting out what a conference call would be like if they were actually in the same room, and what it would look at like. And it was pretty funny. I mean, there was one guy who kept walking in and out of the door, and several people who kept speaking at the same time, which is something you don't really do if you're in person, because you can see body language and anticipate people speaking. It's quite humorous.
I can bet. And real life is quite humorous when you see some of those videos that first came up about, you know, people trying to sneak across the back behind, you know, they're on the ground trying to crawl like they're not in the video. Hey, Richard. Best of human nature, is it not? All right. Well, we are back.
There's Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, back. Before we move
Same issue with WebEx again, but they pick up.
sorry, Richard. Glad you're back. Before we move to adjournment, just an update for everyone who's still watching. Tomorrow we will revert to some of our prior experiences from COVID and revert to some old respecting social distancing. So when you see us tomorrow for the open sessions, expect us to use or expect to see us socially distance in order to respect each other's health and anyone who's involved. So just a quick heads up. With that, may we have a motion for adjournment?
So move.
I saw second.
Thank you. Amy, can you call roll for us, please?
Commissioner Ashworth,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yeah.
Commissioner Hassler,
Yes.
and Commissioner Schwerin.
Yes.
Thank you all. We are adjourned. We will see you tomorrow.
Okay.
All righty.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody. I think I can get off. There we go.